welcome back. Today we are going to talk about how baseball is entering a new generation, a new era, and how as a coach, parent, a teammate, you can't just be like, hey, do this because I said so.
Yeah, definitely. So this old style of do as I say, not as I do is has hit its extinction, right? Because information is so readily available to everyone, right? I can pull out my phone, right, and say, look up, da-da-da-da-da, and have the answer within 5 minutes. Whereas back in when baseball first started, it was do this. And who's going to go and do the research? Who's going to go to the library, look at an encyclopedia, or look at a physics book, and then have to look at another physics book, and then have to look at another physics book to come to a conclusion? No one's going to do that. So they're just going to believe their coach. But now we are in a new generation of that if you tell me something and I go home, I look it up and it's false, what does that do to their ethos? Am I going to believe you next time?
No.
Maybe. Let's say I do believe you again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. What are the chances that I'm going to believe you the 10th time or the 20th time?
Yeah.
So it becomes this dynamic of we have coaches that tell you to do something, they don't give you a why, just do it, and then they're proven false, and then we have this dynamic of the players versus the coach, but the problem is that the coach controls your playing time, but they don't know how to develop you, so you're not doing what they want you to do. So there becomes this whole dynamic of a lack of trust.
Yeah, and we are in an age, just like I mentioned, but now we have technology, we have science, we have data, we have all this stuff readily available, and if you can get your hands on it, be with the people who understand how the body works, how physics works, there is an answer now. There's no just, oh, you told me to do something? All right, cool. I'm just going to do that. And then what I'm going to do now, after my playing careers are over, now I'm going to teach the next generation, which we don't think that's the way to do it. There's no thought process behind it. There's no own reasoning.
Yeah, so that old school philosophy, like what are some old school cues that you've heard? Like push more, like drive more.
Get your elbow up when you hit.
Swing down.
Yeah, there are a ton of things, but those are just examples. But now you have data and you have science and you have technology to back it up. So why wouldn't you go at that? And there are people who understand how the body works and how physics works, okay? You have to be able to seek out and take accountability for either your sons or yourself or your daughter, softball, or any athlete. Take advantage of what's out there today. And don't just take for what someone says because they're a professional to heart. Do your own research and understand what is out there and how you go about your investments. That's what it is.
That's the end all be all. And with information so readily available, there is no excuse not to at least look for the right answer, right? Or fact check something that someone has told you. Yeah. So just like Adam said, take control of your career. It's your career. It's not the person that's telling you what to do, right? Because chances are they probably learned it from their coach 20 years ago, right? And they're just passing it on. And it might not be true.
And it might not be the most healthy, might not be proven now because we have a bunch of data. There are so many research articles and studies out there that you can get your hands on if you want to do the research. There's a ton of resources out there. There are a ton of good people. But you have to trust yourself to hold it accountable. And you know what? It's not just, hey, you come to us or you come to someone else and you're like, oh, they're cool. It's an interview for you too. Interview the people who you're working with. Ask them questions. Ask them, hey, it doesn't even matter who they worked with. It's, hey, where do you get your information from? How do you go about doing it? What are you doing in your off time? What are you doing to get better? As a coach, instructor, consultant, business, whatever it is, you're interviewing them as well.
Because coaches expect out of their players what? To be working even when you're not at practice. So why aren't the coaches reciprocating this ideology? Why aren't they on their off time working as hard as they can to be the best coach and feed the best information to their athletes?
Yeah, and there are, don't get us wrong, there are coaches and probably people, consultants who do that, but we're saying that...
But as long as there's 1% of people that are doing it, we're still going to fight for it because it's wrong. You're doing a disjustice if these athletes are putting their careers in your hands and you're not doing everything in your power to make them better.
Yeah, so I agree. Take control of your career. It's your career, and you're the one responsible. And you're gonna have to look back in years from now and be like, hey, you know what? I did this versus that, and you're the one who's gonna have to live with it. And we just want people to understand that it is out there. Technology, science, data that's out there and proven to help guys get to the next level, especially right now. Right now, it's becoming a huge thing. So take advantage of it. Question everything that's being told to you, because you can go find on the internet. There are people who are smart who do this, have been doing this for years, and it's on the internet. And there's
Free.
studies, free. Yeah,
Free.
there's studies that people, scientists, doctors, it's out there. Take advantage of it. All right, and if you have questions, we're here for you guys. Reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you guys with any of your needs, whether it's physics, baseball, science, data stuff, and with baseball. So we're here for you guys, and reach out to us at baseball specific training. See you soon.